Alright, the first rates, Reliance is bouncing back, ICICI Bank, the bounce continues or the uptick continues, 10 rupees higher for ICICI Bank. State Bank of India is also trending up very smartly ahead of numbers. Remember, we've heard from all major banks with the exception of SBI. They are due to declare numbers tomorrow. 2 rupees higher now for State Bank of India. And if one really looks at the lay of the land right now, well, the lay of the land is that we are outperforming smartly, we are outperforming in line with global markets, and benchmark indices are clearly indicating that we are off to a decent start. So Nifty, Sensex, the Bank Nifty, all of them are off to a decent start. The breadth of the market is looking much better than what it has looked in a long time. So the breadth of the market is something which I would like to highlight again and again, and that is something which remains a very important standout point for me.
ICICI Bank, that's been holding the key. So after yesterday's big move after its earnings on Saturday, today as well, it's the top mover on the Nifty. Another 3% push coming in for ICICI Bank. SBI as well going strong, another 2% higher there too. Innocent Bank, HDFC Bank, Axis. So again, banks are really at the helm of the big push coming in. Reliance, by the way, after that 8% cut yesterday, it's rebounded about 0.5% as we speak. But again, early days, let's see where the stock actually heads from here. I want to check in on what Escorts is up to. A fabulous set of numbers. We're going to be chatting with the management as well shortly. And great upgrades coming in from most brokerages. Escorts should just come up here on your screens. They've raised the tractor guidance for the full year, and they expect the tractor industry to grow in low double digits versus single digits as was happening earlier. So Escorts is going to be another key stock to look out for. Some of the other earnings today are going to be Dabur. You may want to look out for that in light of what we've been hearing from other FMCG majors. Dabur is going to be under question. I want to check in on Z. What kind of an earnings reaction is that seeing? Cadilla holding up 4.5%. You've got Bandhan Bank up 2.7%. Z is seeing a smart earnings reaction. On the flip side, though, Wipro, Interglobe Aviation, Adani Ports, Idea, and Godrej Properties, which held up double digits yesterday, that's taking a bit of a pause. But not bad at all, Nikuj. 11,750 and a very strong market breadth.
You know, it's subject to change, Aisha. You don't know tomorrow, same time, what are we staring at. If markets get crystal clarity on how things on the political landscape would progress, trust me, this market is going to celebrate, both local markets and global markets. It's not about the regime, Aisha. Markets want clarity. They want to understand that what kind of political equations now would be there, which will be deciding the governing principles of how the US economy, which is the engine economy for the world or the largest economy of the world, is going to move. So what we are discussing right now, I mean, it's completely subject to change tomorrow same time, because by this time we would have got a sense as to which way things are going to move and which way the US election is going to be moving. But you're right. I think for me what matters is that banks, for the second day on the trot now, they continue to march, and they continue to march higher very smartly. So second day, one day could be a technical effect. Second day, I think it's a follow-up, and you go higher after the second day, then it's a trend. So the uptick in banks is moving beyond a technical adjustment. It has now become what could be called as a trend, and if this trend continues, then we could be staring at a very different kind of a market. Reliance continues to go down. So the selling in Reliance is not done yet. 10% is what Reliance has lost in this week. Now that is a very sharp cut. That's a very sharp cut. And look at the Nifty. And it's amazing, right, isn't it? I mean, you've got a situation where 15% of the index, which is one stock, Reliance, has taken a knock of 10%. And the Nifty yesterday was in the green, today is in the green. Look at the surge in ICICI Bank, 3% higher. It's a long build-up which has happened. State Bank of India is giving it company. Are markets rotating? Let's see. Cadilla also, Aisha, forgot to mention, human trials of the vaccine have started. And just think through, Aisha, which is one Indian company which has got capability of making vaccines. and very few Indian companies in the listed space. One of them is Cadila. They may not be able to sell vaccines so far in India, but the vaccine requirement for COVID is only going to increase. Is it time to relook at the enterprise value of Cadila? I'm just putting a thought in our viewers' mind, and that's what I think markets are telling you. Cadila today, after that vaccine news, I think is up nearly 6%.